guys, hey winners, welcome or welcome back to this channel. I am Winnie. If you've come back to watch this face of mine, I love you long time. If you're a newbie, welcome to this channel. Please be sure to make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload. I make locks and travel content, so yeah, join the winning family so that we can all enjoy the vibes. So today's video, I'm going to be talking about how do I feel about faux locks. Now the reason why I'm talking about this is because many people have asked me like how I feel about it, and I guess that's just because I've had my locks for a long time. I've had my locks since 2011 and I've shared various aspects of my lock journey, and I guess people know some of the things that I've learned over the years, some of the struggles that I had over the years, including things like thinning, etc. So yeah, I thought I'd make this video just to basically chit chat and share my thoughts, you know what I mean? And obviously, as usual, feel free to comment below and let me know what your thoughts on the matter is. So I've got my notes on my phone here. You will see me kind of looking down or looking up towards it just so that I don't forget any of like my main points. But for me personally, when it comes to faux locks, I personally think it's a great hairstyle, and I feel like it brings out the beauty in so many people. Honestly, I feel like it adds a very kind of like royal vibe to people, especially when folks kind of get it done during like the summer season, or they get it done as a hairstyle that they want to have for when they go on holiday. Because it's like, you know how our skin is like, when the sun shines it glows, and then when you've got like locks or faux locks, it just adds an extra to it, do you know what I mean? So I honestly love the look of it. I'm absolutely here for it. I also think that it's also a great way for folks to kind of gauge how they would look like if they had locks. So I've met many people who were like, they weren't sure if locks were going to suit them, etc., or how they would look like. So they had faux locks for a while before deciding whether or not they would embark on their journey. And to my understanding as well, with faux locks, you can get it done in various shapes and sizes as well. So if somebody, for example, had it in mind that they are thinking to commence their lock journey and maybe they want thick locks, they would get like thick faux locks to see if thick locks may potentially suit them, and obviously depending on how they feel, then they would work out whether or not they do want to embark on a lock journey or not, or whether they just want to do faux locks where, you know, you have it for a certain period of time and you can undo it and go about your business. Now obviously, although faux locks I do think look very great and bring out the beauty in people, there obviously is the whole negative side. I've seen how much edges people have lost because they've had their faux locks in for maybe longer than they ought to, or they've had their faux locks in but they're like tying it up tightly and stuff like that. So when people say that faux locks is a protective styling, well, amongst many other styles actually, we say that a lot of hairstyles are protective styling, and I have to side eye it, because is it really protective? Because if it's protecting your hair, then it wouldn't be snatching your edges like how it does. So while I do think that faux locks are great, it brings out the beauty in people, it's also a great way for people to work out whether or not they may or may not want to lock up. I also do think that the style, and not just faux locks but other styles in general, be snatching a lot of our edges and causing more damage than good. So I would say, obviously I'm not professional, but I would say if you are going to go down that route, or you are going to regularly go down that route, just be mindful and make sure that whoever is doing your faux locks knows what the hell that they're doing. Get tips and advice on how to maintain it, and I guess just be mindful and be aware of if it is having any impact on your hair. And also, I guess the final point, this is really going to be like a short and sweet video, is that obviously I don't think it gives you a deep in-depth insight into how your lock journey may be, okay? However, I guess it's kind of like those who kind of skip the whole lock matting process and get instant locks. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that, by the way, each their own, like I always say. However, basically getting to the end products in order to achieve a certain look or aesthetic without experiencing the real look journey, is very different, because people like myself, where it's like you've gone through the whole having to look to see how your hair is matting together, your hair becoming frizzy before it finally locks up. Like, we've gone through the various stages from the beginning to how it looks like now. So obviously our journey is going to be very different compared to somebody who has faux locks or decides to get instant locks as well. That being said, I'm also very much aware that in this day and age, people can start their lock journey and also have faux locks at the same time. I'm not an expert in that, but I say that because recently I was watching a content creator, I believe via TikTok, and she was saying that she started her lock journey by having faux locks. I don't really know how that works. Maybe it's a case of she had her hair in plaits and then the faux locks over it. I don't know how that does work. But in short, what I do want to say is each to their own. Do you know what I mean? I don't have any thoughts and feelings on faux locks, just because in general I very much champion people should do whatever the hell they want to do, so long as they feel comfortable with it. I love how it looks aesthetically. I've never had it on my head personally, so I don't know how it feels. However, I have no issue with faux locks. I do understand that there are other people in the lock community that do feel some type of way about faux locks, because they feel like it's people kind of tapping in and out into like the lock life and choosing when they do or don't want to quote unquote have locks without you know, kind of going through the journey. But I'm really much somebody, I don't really care what other people do. I care about what I do. Do you know what I mean? I wanted locks. I knew it was something that I wanted to do. I knew that it was a journey that I really wanted to embark on, so I chose to do it. And I feel that if other people don't want to do that and they would rather go straight to having instant locks, or they'll go straight to having faux locks and having the lock aesthetic without necessarily having the journey, then they should have the right to also do that too. Who am I to judge? Who am I to say they shouldn't or they should do that? People should do whatever the hell they want to do. Do you know what I mean? But nevertheless, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, like, how do you feel about faux locks? Have you had faux locks before? How was that experience? How long did it take to get it done? How long did you have it in? What's your thoughts? Maybe you have locks, you have thoughts on faux locks that are different to mine. Feel free to express it in the comment section below. But what I will say is, please, 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 can we just keep the comments respectful? I don't like seeing disrespect in the comments. If I do get a hint of disrespect and people kind of outing other people, I will delete those comments. And also, as usual, please feel free to share any kind of lock topics that you would like for me to discuss on this channel in between my travels. And as usual, thank you so much for watching this video. Until my next one, mwah, take care, be good.